Welcome. What is today? Monday. Oh, Lord. It's been a long weekend. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday, everybody. And I'm going to just go ahead and get this out of the way now. I know last week we got some messages, some hateful messages. Y'all so rude. But we did take a week off. Some of us had to do a few things. Some of us was probably down there to the people's juke joint shaking our hips. No names called, enjoying good concerts, and the rest of us been, we was working and stuff. So we are so happy. We appreciate that you all missed us, but we are back. We are back. We are back, and it is the first weekend of the. Oh, not my smoke detector going off. Hold on, give me a minute.
You finna make me call you a slur.
Hard R.
Hard.
But this is the first spaces of the Olympic / All Star break. And since it's right after the All Star weekend, what did y'all think of everything? All the good old festivities.
It is hot as hell in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I just I just I, I couldn't get used to it. I mean, it was so hot. And then I would go in the buildings, and because it's so hot, it's freezing in the buildings. And I couldn't adjust. I was either freezing or sweating. Then if you sweating and you go freeze and you're sick. At one point I felt like my lymph node was swollen. I couldn't. Then I was tired. Oh Lord, it was just a lot.
Yeah, it definitely was. How Yana, Craig, how was it witnessing the festivities on TV? What was the broadcast like? What were some of the high points from the game? And obviously you too, Lo.
Um, I like the addition of the 3x3 game for the skills night. Obviously they can't do Olympic team against U23 every year, but I do like that they added something else because I used to feel like it was just like a skills challenge 3-point contest. All right, go about y'all day, and that used to happen in like under an hour, so it just felt kind of pointless to me. So I like that they found something to add to the skills challenge. Now, will they keep it? I don't know, but I do like that they added something.
And speaking of skills challenge, let's go ahead and make some noise for Alicia Gray,
Hookahs,
who came,
hookahs,
who
hookahs.
pull out and what? Yeah, shout out to the hookahs, the bright,
She sent
the
Atlanta into the All Star break on a W, two W's.
which is
Well, shit,
rare,
three
which is
actually, three.
rare.
So shit.
But
And let me
she
just
walked.
say
Go
this.
ahead.
Chicago Sky fans, leave her the hell alone. She's good. Thank
Oh,
you.
they see one little smiling video and they think that girl about to play in Chicago.
Yes.
Please.
No. And come fight me about it, damn it.
But for her to shout out to Aflac for throwing in and pitching in some extra money. It's unfortunate that they felt the need to do it, but we're happy that they did it, and I'm pretty sure Alicia is happy as well from what pocketing an extra 110 grand. Already had a nice free weekend, all expenses is paid for. She got flued out, and now she's taking home two big checks. They
Mm.
didn't listen to Dawn and just print one check. They decided that it was too good to pass up, so they had to give her two. So, was she y'all's favorite to win, or who did you think was going to win? Because I know a lot of people were disappointed. We hadn't had a chance to discuss this yet because some of the more sharpshooting favorites weren't in attendance for. Well, excuse me, not that they weren't in attendance because they were there. They were sitting there, but they decided not to participate. So, who was your favorite to win both of those particular skills competitions?
I thought for the skills challenge, I think I pretty much I could see Leash winning that. The 3-point challenge, I thought Kayla McBride would have done better, but the people who were the shooters didn't do well. But I'm glad they didn't participate. I bet you they wanted to when they saw that 55K pop up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, some
But
people got $28 million contracts, so they don't care.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
shit,
I
as much 55K still would add. Shoot, okay.
No, that's true.
I wanted to do the contest. I was like, shit, sign me up. I'll do the little skills challenge. Cause you ain't even gotta make the shot. So I can pass the ball through the damn big ass circle and just throw up 3 shots and miss and keep going.
Yeah, I thought it was redundant how they didn't like deduct time or something for missing shots or something.
I think they should add that to it because I do think, like, I mean, as long as it's not something that they do, I would just throw up three. Like, I just throw up the shot. Forget it.
For
I ain't even
real, I
looking to see
thought
if it go in. I'll just throw the ball up 3 times and I'm going.
facts. I thought Kelsey Mitchell would have. She was my favorite for that, but she wasn't even supposed to be doing it from the first place. Can we talk about Erica Wheeler missing her plane?
Let you see what you call in the audience be?
Yeah, he's
Okay,
here.
okay.
Oh wait, so Kelsey was Erica's
She was
replacement.
Wheeler's, yeah,
Yeah,
replacement.
that's why she had on a Wheeler jersey.
I know
It
Wheeler
was
probably
cursed.
pissed. Dolores. Oh wait, let me request it again.
So yeah, I'm glad.
Also, shout out to the big girls. I was surprised by Stephanie Dolson and not really JJ, but Stephanie Dolson in the 3-point contest.
Stephanie can shoot, and in the games, her ass be wide open too, cause don't
I
nobody
just
be.
thought it was gonna be too slow. Well, she still didn't finish all the racks, but I just
Yeah,
thought it was
good
gonna be too
point.
slow.
I also thought that they both would move a little slow and not make it to the end, but JJ lit it up in the first one, and I got me a good chuckle in that final round. She's like, when it mattered most.
Girl, why I was sitting there, and when she started shooting real good on the first one, I said, "Oh, she's done. She's not gonna win. She used all her juice." And sure, when I tell you the scream I let out, y'all, when she missed that last shot, you probably could hear that shit back in South Carolina. I screamed because why would she do that?
That's probably why her knees buckled.
I was super
So
happy for
scared her.
Leash that she missed, and I just like I was laughing so hard in my house, like I was wheezing because, of course, it's only right.
So, do we feel like I'm assuming this should be something that they. Excuse me. Let me get my thoughts together. Did Aflac mention if this was going to be a continuing thing with them sponsoring these games, or is it just this one time only type thing?
I don't think they said, but maybe they did it to put pressure on the W because they needed to better. But who
Yeah,
knows? But Aflac has made it a point to be so involved in women's basketball with how they, cater to Dawn. So maybe it's something that they might think about doing every year, or maybe in a
we
different
we we
period.
we.
Petty.
Okay, and so now I know there was a lot of conversation surrounding the 3x3 and U23 game. What were y'all's thoughts on that? Obviously, y'all mentioned that it was a good inclusion, but the overall performance,
Oh, I
should we
think
be
both
worried?
teams are terrible.
Before we go to that, can I just
Dolores
say that
hand
because
up.
I think
Dolores
his hand
hand
is
up.
up. Yes.
Can you just speak, child, please?
Um, I'm not gonna say too much. Why the fuck is Haley Van Lith on that damn team?
Oh man.
But it is. I think it's weird to me because that's why I think they need to change the process because the pool are not right. What, as a person who understands the game of basketball, as somebody who knows basketball, will make you say, I'm going to put this girl in the team. She's not very quick. She doesn't do a great job at shaking her defender to get a shot off or a drive to the rack. If she may get a shot off, she's a little on the shorter side, so somebody can block it. And on the flip side, she doesn't play great defense. She's a liability, and it's not like you have somebody in the paint to help her necessarily. What makes you damn the process, damn all that? And this is not even shit talking, man. This is just hoops. What makes you say I'm gonna put this girl on a three on three team when I watch her struggle to score in 5-on-5 and I watch her struggle to play defense? That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't.
I literally have flashbacks of her full season at LSU watching that game. And for it to be done against college kids proves my damn point. And to Lowe's point about the selection process, that you if until USA gets over their legacy of putting people on teams for legacy and for gimme points and for oh she's been like wonderful Sierra Burdick, but she is 6 foot whatever and the point guard on a 3v3 team, get take her ass home too. Like
Yeah.
absolutely not. Both of them Terrible, 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 embarrassing. Boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. That was so bad. That
I
uh,
will say that's a part of the FIBA process that handicaps Team USA until other better players decide to start participating in 3x3 tournaments, because the more tournaments that players participate in, they get points. And there's a point system. And the top each team that goes to 3x3 Olympic team, you have to have two players on that team that are top 10 in points in your country. And so the top 10 in points in the United States, that list was not really a great list to pick from to begin with. And they had to pick two people from that list. And then the other two people don't have to be in the top 10. They just have to have points, which is why you can grab a Ryan and a De'Erica who maybe only played like maybe two tournaments. And so they got some points, but not a lot of points. You can grab those players because it's fine, but you have to have two players that are top 10. And so until, players like um maybe some WNBA players like an Enrique, for example, who took her name out the 5x5 process, but she could be a really good 3x3 player if she decided to start doing some 3x3 tournaments and she can end up being top 10 for Team USA, then that's something that they can pull her name. But right now, the players that be playing are a bunch of college kids, really. That's about it.
but I would take a bunch of good college kids over those two that I just named. That was so embarrassing.
Yeah, the college kids that I would take ain't even in the top 10 either. One I would take is Michaela, but she ain't in the top 10 either.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the U.S. could, work on the process because I honestly think if we're going to keep the 3v3 in the Olympics, I don't know if it's coming back, but if it's there and okay, everybody can't make the final Olympic team, then they need to have some real conversations in the USA camp and say we're going to work on creating a pool of 7 to 8 professional WNBA players or overseas players from the US that are qualified in the pool. But this college system shit got to go. That I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they look at that and think that's a
Cause
good.
if that team that is not they not sniffing a gold medal. I'ma just say that now. Unless
Oh yeah,
Ryan
nah.
unless Ryan scores all 21 points and De'Erica
No,
come
I
yeah,
think De'Erica will be fine. She just got a little tired because she was cooking when
he
she
was.
first got in and had her win. She was cooking, but she got to figure out the way to get it to the 3-on-3 shape quick.
But she was cooking against college
That's
kids.
true. That's true. I think she'll be fine.
I
If
think
she,
they missing a Dolson esque type of player, and maybe that would have been Cam.
it
But I
probably
just
is.
they're missing a Dolson type of player because, to be honest, during that 3x3 last Olympics, when everybody was getting tired, it literally became a throw the ball into Stephanie Dolson. She's the biggest person out there. Go make your layups. That's literally what the game came down to. And sometimes when they're fatigued, they don't really have anybody that they can just throw it down there and be like, okay, go get a bucket because we tired and we not trying to run around.
Shit, they had Cody McMahon looking like Sylvia Fowles down there, but shit.
I was about to say something mean. I'll hold it.
Yeah, I don't know if they win gold, it would be probably the biggest shock to me, to be honest, because I don't see it. I think they can still medal, but I don't know if it's going to be gold.
But I
I
guess I just can't sit here and understand why they think that that's a good team to send, even with Cam. No, you know what I mean? Like I just can't. It to me, even in the 5-on-5 team, to me, like it's almost as if they're in the mindset of, well, we're still the biggest best nation, so we can send anybody
yep.
and still be okay, as opposed to I want to beat these motherfuckers, so I'm gonna get the best girlies on the team.
Yeah,
I
the
don't even know why the 3x3 team would feel that way because they lost to what, France. I think both of the 3x3 teams they sent in that final tournament, they lost to France.
Listen, who knows? But it's something because that
I
don't.
just don't see how you put an Olympic team together and your goal is not to win.
I don't see how you
Especially
put.
as a team that won gold in the last Olympics. Because you cannot tell me with a straight face that team was a team they put together and said, this is a team that's going to win gold,
Can't be.
especially
No
with
way.
Kate,
Yeah, no.
especially with HBL on it. And even listening to the Jen Rosati say like, well, we could not make a team without Haley and Sierra because of their chemistry on the court together.
What
I
fucking
don't give a
chemistry?
shit.
Shit. I ain't see it.
And all Sierra, I mean, and I'll at least I'll give Sierra Burdick one thing. She was the rebounder.
And
She did
passer
that. Yes, she did that. Haley gave me nothing.
Couldn't defend. She couldn't break anybody down and get to the rim on her own. Like,
But
at
like,
least when they
no,
had KP on the roster, KP was quick enough to get to the rim on her own. Couldn't
right,
defend either, but she could get to the rim. Like, you
right,
need people that can break somebody down and just get a bucket. Like, you have to be able to get your own bucket.
right. I just don't, and I hate like I don't want it to come off as we hating on the girl, but I don't know in what world you pick Haley Van Lith for a team like this and think you're going to be successful. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
They should have had Alicia.
They should have. Yeah.
It helped a lot.
But so okay, so that's your views on 3x3 versus the U23. What about USA versus Team WNBA? There are a lot of people who felt like, oh, it was the end of the world. Oh, y'all should have picked a better Olympic team. I know there were some statements, mentioning basically that the second half, Team USA, they were just kind of like, all right, let's go and just go through the motions. What do y'all see from the game that you thought, and or is it a time to panic? Which I don't think it is because the same thing happened back in 2021.
I
I
think the
don't think it's
guards.
time to. Oh, go ahead, Lo.
I think the guards stink. I think to collectively, you cannot have. First of all, a couple of things. Watching, they clearly don't know what they're doing. They were overpassing. It only seemed like Stewie had a green light. I'm not sure if that's from what I saw, but the only person that looked like they had a green light to shoot was Stewie. Everybody else looked very passive and was looking to pass. It kind of looked like DT had a green light, but I don't know if that was just DT saying, fuck it, I'm gonna shoot anyway. You're not gonna do anything about it. Two, the guards are really bad. And when I say like individually are they really bad? No, but the collective just doesn't make sense. They cannot sit in front of anybody and guard them. And I know Enrique is a tough guard, a tough assignment, but the defense was abysmal. It was terrible. And we've been saying this for years. We have to stop looking at basketball as just offense. It's a whole other side of the court. You can't just look at
Hmm.
basketball like this. And these, sorry to say it, but these white girls who we prop up, KP included, they might could shoot the leather off the ball, but when they're not hitting
Can't
shots,
defend a cone.
yeah, when they're not hitting shots, they're useless. Like Sabrina, she wasn't hitting shots. She was useless. She couldn't do anything. You know what I mean? So we just have to, once again, it goes back to the process. And like Dolores said, stop. We're not playing for legs. We playing hoop. Like Stewie and Asia and BG finna have to get busy. For real. Like if
Again.
yes, if Arica was
Again.
running around their ass, what you think them little I don't know if it was Team China or the Japanese team.
Japan
It was Japan.
girl.
We running in circles around their ass. It's just not a good collective of guards. It's just it's like they pick for who I don't know who they think is the best, but they don't sit and think, okay, well, this person's good at this. What complements that? What does this person have that maybe this person doesn't? So I know that I need to add a piece like that too. Okay, if we're playing a team that really can't defend a three, okay, I got these people. We playing a team that got quick guards and they like to stay in your face, and I need guards that could get by somebody. It's like the basketball analysis of it all is just not in the room. It just don't make sense to me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that, well, for starters, I know there was a lot going on about who was snubbed and all that stuff, but everybody who was mentioned as snubbed was not snubbed. The people who were snubbed is Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard. Those are the difference makers if you want to take someone out and put someone on that Team USA roster. You start with Ryan and Leash because, for starters, Ryan was an all-star in that tournament in Belgium, and they're both great defenders and two-way players. Um, I think that you have to play Call more. I don't really understand why Call
Yeah.
wasn't getting a lot of minutes. I think you have to play her more. Jackie was like at the end of the bench. I think Jackie was like the last person to sub in, which also didn't make sense to me. But yeah, as a collective of guards, because the post players, they gonna do them. Asia gonna do her, Stewie gonna do her, BG gonna do her. When Fee comes in, Fee was doing well, and then they took her out because I guess as a precaution. But like they like the post rotation, that's fine. They gonna do them. But the guards gotta be better. Like they just
Somebody
plain and simple gotta be better.
Somebody in the comments said Team USA is going to be fine, y'all. The WNBA squad is the best team they're going to see. The WNBA team that went to the Olympics will win silver or gold. They're not going to see a team on those level all stars. And to me, I think that thought process is problematic. I
Yep.
don't think
It is.
it's
It
problematic.
is.
You don't say, okay, well, this is the best team we're going to play. So if we lose to them, we're okay. That's problematic, and that's what they think, and that's why they look so goddamn bad, and that's why the team is assembled like that. Your goal should be we're gonna whoop their ass. I don't care if
Everybody.
that's the best.
Yep.
We're gonna whoop their ass by 100 every single time we step on the court. I don't care if that's the best team we'll play or not. That's a, oh well, okay, that's fine. That's not a good mindset to me. You want to shove the ball down their fucking throat, beat their ass. That should be the mindset. Not okay, well they're really good. Fuck that. If they're that good, they should have been on the first team. Hell. But no, that's their problem. They need to stop thinking like that. We want to beat everybody ass by 50 points if that's what we could do. So we're gonna assemble the best team that complements each other that we can. Period. You don't need three of the same type of player. Period. Like
And to the person that said that, like obviously there's nothing like there's no like red flag like oh my gosh Team USA is about to lose. No, no one's saying that, but they could definitely assemble a better team. If you like I don't know if you watched the last Olympics, but when I say Asia, BG and Stewie had to put that team on their back
literally.
because DT was struggling to score, Sue was struggling to score, and then they couldn't defend anybody because they couldn't keep nobody in front of them. Jewel couldn't knock down a shot. Skylar couldn't knock down. Like none of the guards could knock down shots, and then none of the guards could keep anybody in front of them either. And so Asia, Stewie, and BG literally had to do everything to
Mhm.
keep that team. Like, yeah, they dominated because they're three great players and they won most of the games by 20, but Asia, Stewie, and BG shouldn't have to do everything for a team with so much talent. Like a league that has so much talent, a country that has so much talent. It shouldn't be, oh, you got to rely on three people when you have a roster of 12.
I
Right.
think in this game specifically, though, Asia and Stewie, how am I trying to say this? Lowe said it earlier. Stewie looked like the only player on the floor with a green light, especially in the second half.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
to me, that's problem number one, because it was very much you. What did Nakaya's tweet? She didn't make uh, a three in like 7, 5, 6, 7 games. It was very clear that it was like, okay, we got to get Stewie going offensively. They went away from the offense that actually did put them up before halftime, which was a lot better passing, playing inside out. If Asia wasn't getting a shot or Stewie wasn't getting a shot, then kick it out to a shooter, make it. That we saw that happen. But I think for me, my frustration with the team is, regardless of who they play in Olympics, is that is not a roster that is built to withstand getting down. Like that is not because consistency wise, their most consistent scoring is going to be their post play. And if we have another
Mm-hmm.
situation where, Team USA gets down and KP comes in the game and, is going 15 miles per hour, gets the ball taken, or jacks up the three, nobody's in rebounding position, or we see Sabrina jacking threes like she was jacking, or we see Carl missing threes, or we see DT not playing defense and shooting threes. Like that is not a roster currently as it's set up to withstand getting down. And if you remember correctly, in the last Olympics, they did get down a few times and had to fight their way back to win games. And if you also remember in the last Olympics, the post rotation included Sylvia Fowles and Tina Charles.
Mm-hmm.
Technically now the only big that like is big enough to like not be guarded by other teams is BG. And the
Yeah,
BG that I saw in the All-Star game did not want to rebound or do anything other than just be tall.
yeah.
So, with that being the case, BG only works with the starting lineup, if we're going to be honest, and putting Stewie back at the three. Because when BG was in with AT, it did not work at all. AT looked like a guard against Angel and a lot of other players. And even her physicality didn't, wasn't a standout moment. So to me, if we want to be serious and like make sure that like we go up in there and win some shit, we got to move BG back to the starting lineup beside Asia and Stewie because they all can activate each other. And if he's not completely healthy, we might be fucked. I ain't even gonna hold you because the guards tomato 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 that was so bad, so
Oh
bad. And
yeah,
so and like no, it all this legacy 7 goals whoop 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 whoop, yeah, team cohesion, and even the little DT speech after the game, we can never not show up. Ma'am, you are the like you are part of the problem. Like, you look at the man in the mirror. Like, don't be coming up here trying to give no motivational speeches when you was playing like that. Like,
yeah.
move,
Yes,
grandma.
they're responding. I'm not saying Team USA didn't think isn't thinking that way. I'm saying there's no red flags. They'll be fine. That WNBA team wants to send a message. And yes, Team USA should have the same mindset, but there's no need for alarm. See, I disagree. I think it's hella red flags, and it's not even comparative to Team USA because realistically, it's not like they got their ass beat. They only lost by what six? How much? 6 points,
6 or
maybe
7, yeah.
6 or 7 points. So it's not like they got their ass beat, but at the end of the day, just looking at from a hoop standpoint, not even who they were playing against, that shit was not good. Like Dolores said, BG wasn't really giving. I want to rebound, but I feel like that's kind of how she always plays. That's a whole nother story for another
Yeah,
sport.
BG don't rebound.
Yeah, I feel
That's
like that
not
team in
her
itself,
thing.
they look passive. They look like they didn't know what to do. The guards were getting cooked. To me, if not being able to play a defense is a red flag week, every day
And
of the week. But I
it
Because
it
stand
teams
on
have
that.
gotten better. Like Belgium, I don't know if if anyone remembers the game in Belgium when
we
they
should have
played
lost the
Belgium.
damn game.
Like, yeah, I know Asia wasn't there, but defensively, the guards could not keep Julie Allman in front of them. I don't remember the rest of Belgium guards' names, but they couldn't keep a lot of them guards in front of them, and they were getting wide open three after wide open three. Those threes that Kelsey Mitchell was hitting, those threes that, well, nah, Rike was getting her shit on her own, but they were getting wide open three after three after three in that Belgium game. And honestly, if Sabrina didn't come in and start hitting her own threes because DT couldn't hit any threes that game and couldn't defend. Um, who else was sent up there? Sabrina couldn't defend for a little minute either, but then she started hitting threes, so people kept her in. And then they finally put Ryan in, and Ryan was hitting threes and defending well too. But that Belgium game to me
But
should have been a wide, like an
but
eye
Jack,
opener.
if the in that Belgium game, Ron and Jackie were the two X factors in the guard spot, and then when they put KP, Jackie, and Ryan together, then they were able to come back and start playing well.
Hmm.
Jackie barely
Yep,
played this game. Kyle barely played this game. So if
the people
in
you
my
need to
eyes,
play.
if Team USA goes to the Olympics with the idea that this is the DT farewell tour, we got to give her flowers, meaning let her play 20 minutes a game. We got to build Sabrina's legacy. We got to play through Stewie to give her another international trophy to keep her ahead of Asia. We not coming up out of there unscathed because for the person that's in the comments, we are in the hardest round group. We are in the
Yeah,
hardest
Death
group of
group.
the Olympics. We
Yeah.
can't go to the Olympics. Oh no, we jet lagged. We tired. We can y'all have these ideas about the USA is 15 times better than the rest of the world. That was true 10 years ago. It's not that no more. The same way the men almost got by South Sudan is the same way these women can get got by somebody that's ready to play. Because the Olympics are a lot more about strictly who's better and a lot of times about who's trying to win for their damn country. And Team USA was not trying to win for Kamala Harris. Okay.
and then on top of that, like y'all know I'm big on defense. Y'all been listening long enough. What's gonna happen? These guards. Okay, if 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 our guards come out shooting red hot, we straight. We good. But to
Hmm.
me, you can't. But that's just I view the game through the lens of defense. I always have. We all know this. To me, you cannot depend on that because the second shots, because that's hoops, right? Some days the damn shot just not gonna fall, right? Then we having defensive issues. What's gonna happen when y'all get beat, and y'all best players, BG, Asia, and Stewie getting in some kind of foul trouble? Like the Lord said, we had Tina and Sylvia. Now you don't have that. So I just think it's so many. I guess for me, when I'm looking at it, it's not in the sense of, okay, these women still aren't really good basketball players. The US is a really good team. They played a really good team, right? It's more of the margin for error. The other teams in the world are getting better. We have people on the team who aren't particularly the greatest. Where's the backup? If shots aren't falling, then what? Because it's hoop shots don't fall. We suck at defense. That's an issue. So I'm just looking at the margin of error gets slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. And like on hoops, that's why it's basketball. You just never know on any given day. So when I'm talking about how they look, I'm talking more absolute. I'm not talking about relative to anybody else. I'm talking about the group or the body of work that the USA women's basketball is and what it can be. It's not a comparative thing. It's what they are themselves, absolutely. And to me, it's hella red flags, and it's so many things that could go wrong. To me, they almost have to pull off like damn near perfect games. And as we all do who watch basketball all the time, that's just not that's just not how that thing shake out. It's
And
just
the same way Enrique went into that game with the mindset of y'all snub me, I'm about to bust your ass, is the same way somebody from somewhere else gonna come into the game. Emma
These
Meesseman was
countries gonna beat their ass
Emma
bad.
Meesseman was a former Finals MVP. She know how to play against Stewie, Asia, BG. These girls like this. Not know we playing against this ain't no America. We not just playing against Brazil, Mexico, Canada, baby. This is the world, and I promise you, everybody ain't no hoes.
France, France done took all their players out the W for the season to practice. All
yeah.
see all summer. They've been practicing for the Olympics, bruh.
Thanks. So
But
Is Gabby playing for France?
Gabby turned
Hmm.
into an Iron
Gabby
Man
turning
with the
LeBron
super
James
suit on.
to that French shirt.
So Gabby, Marine, I don't know who else is on the
From
French
Atlanta.
team.
Phoebich, in it?
Oh,
Phoebich.
Ileana Rupert. Rupert.
I thought no, Phoebe just Germany. No,
Oh, is she?
I
Child.
think.
Oh
I
Not
no,
think.
yeah, because she wouldn't be in the W
Yeah,
right now
she's
if she was.
German. Yeah, she on the German team.
Oh damn, she would shit. Germany got shooters, boy.
is
Yeah,
Shatu healthy?
I think they
She
said she
said
gonna try,
she'll be
right?
playing.
Yeah,
I
she gonna try.
I feel like Satu been resting just to beat the
She
USA
probably
ass.
Okay.
is. She be like, psych, gotcha.
What
She
y'all
been
thought?
healthy this whole time, just resting. Her and her
Okay,
sister,
so
cause ain't her
My
sister been out too?
yes.
She's played a little. She's played a little.
here and there, she got some good moments.
I also will say that I hope that the people that have had conversations about the W thus far were able to look at the All Star game and see exactly what we've been trying to say for the last 4 years. There are other extremely phenomenal players in the WNBA who, if you actually got off your favorite's dick and watched other people, you could enjoy hoops. Enrique is not my favorite player in the game, and Kelsey Mitchell is not my favorite in the game, nor is NECA. But they asses got on that court and hooped. Alicia Gray got on that court and hooped. None of them are people you're going to hear people be on first take for 50 minutes talking about bringing eyes to the game. But if your eyes were on the game and you were not entertained by those four players, you're not a fan of basketball, okay?
I I meant to look at where Leisha's follower count was on both, but like I remember seeing her everywhere, and I was just so happy because Leash, as good of a player as she is, like you said, Dolores, she's not a person who people are going to just constantly talk about. She's not going to be in the headlines. She can have great games, 25-point double games, etc. But like to see her on everything from Yahoo Sports to CNN to the NBA alerts sending it out for her, I felt happy. One, obviously knowing the player, but then two, just for a person who has been a consistent professional player. I just love that for her. And she got her a nice bag once again. Like
Period.
110 grand for what? In what, 20 minutes? 110 grand in
And
20
I
minutes.
don't know if
Oh.
I was here for this conversation, but I find it very interesting that as a community of people, y'all wanted to start a riot, the Charlottesville riot, because Caitlyn was not on the Olympic roster. And y'all said that the WNBA needed her to be on the Olympic roster for views. Well, Caitlyn, who is this big star that brings all these views, chose to not participate in the 3-point contest. If Caitlyn is this big star and the only way the sport can grow is if she participates in every event, well, this was an event that she could participate in. And for her to then say, oh, I just needed rest, she wasn't saying I just needed rest when they spent days and hours and weeks telling us who should have been kicked off the team for her to make it. She wasn't saying I need rest when Stephen A and Shannon Sharp and everybody else got on the TL disrespecting everybody in the W and saying let her skip the line even though she missed all those things. And another one of y'all's favorite white women, I find it convenient and interesting that Sabrina wouldn't participate in the 3-point contest either when we know that she's always looking to be the face of some shit. So, for these white women that y'all continue to prop up and say the game won't grow without them, what happens when they choose not to participate in the growth of the game because it does not serve them? Because where are the think pieces now?
They gonna be in Oakland next year. I mean, in San Francisco at NBA All Star shooting
Because
itself.
because if the WNBA needed Caitlinettes, Clarkettes to expand in
The
Paris,
Dream Man. The Dream Man.
why can't she show up at an event for the league that she plays in to bring more eyes and views? Because the shot wasn't falling in the team game, so maybe it would have fell with nobody defending her. Because since y'all on the TL saying, well, this is how they have to defend her in an all-star game. Well, nobody's defending you in a 3-point contest. Why not show up, sister? Since you're the face.
And we also ain't seen her catch. I mean, shoot off the catch anyway. You
I,
ain't
I mean,
everything
she
has
probably
been.
would have won, but damn it, show up. Since that's what the people want to see.
I
She
mean,
said, y'all ain't paying me. I ain't doing it. Oh, somebody said in a comment
she
that's
said,
why the USA soccer team they this year they went younger and more. Oh, I lost it because we were dominant until we weren't dominant anymore. Oh, they went younger with more skilled players. We were dominant until we weren't anymore. Yep. Yeah. So interesting for sure.
Yeah, yeah, tomato, bye,
to the
whatever.
to the people that were there. Do y'all think that there were more collegiate athletes there this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh. Well, were there more? I just saw. Well, obviously the U23 team, but then like just those in the Flaugier performed every
Let
damn well all
Okay, let me say
weekend.
this since I'm back. I I don't know why she going on this national tour, but one, no. Two, you did not win no title. So they keep every time I turn on TikTok, she on somebody interview acting like she big sister, big man, bruh man to somebody on the team. What did y'all win this year?
She said they won. Period.
And
She looked good. Like she looked great.
but
Her
the
Paige.
apartheid rap spare me. I don't want to hear it. No, leave me alone. No, you sitting courtside talking. Get him, Michaela. Whoop whoop. Yeah, shut up. Like no, move. You in the way.
You don't like her courtside?
No, move.
I think it was
No,
for
it's goofy.
for
I
them
couldn't
to
see.
move.
I could
N-
see her in person, but I couldn't. I didn't know
It
what
was
like on
like
Okay,
it
and I
was
TV.
goofy.
also
It was goofy. Like it was just
okay, so I
very.
also did see that on the broadcast. You're right. That
What's the
yeah.
little short man that be showing up at the New York Knicks games?
Spike Lee.
Spike
Yeah,
Lee.
they gave that same fucking energy, and I was so annoyed.
She
Like,
might be. She
big,
might be
my,
in a place where she's trying to build.
it didn't feel authentic. It
Oh,
felt very showy and show pony and goofy, and
okay.
I don't like it. Move.
Okay, so I understand that because I didn't see the broadcast, so that makes
But
sense.
also,
But
like, I don't. This whole like wave to make her the hooper that raps. No, like y'all get on this app and debate female rappers like it's the motherfucking holy fucking war. Get them same debates with her ass, because shit don't sound good. Okay? If Megan can't say shit without y'all saying all her raps sound the same, drag this little her narrow ass too. I'm sick of it. This multi-talented shit move.
I'm weak.
Damn it.
Wrong.
Get in the
You're
booth. That's what
wrong.
Big Lotto said, damn it. And hire a ghostwriter. Shit.
See, I don't be listening. I don't listen to the ones that go viral.
And then
I
be
Well,
saw,
bad.
I saw.
outside of that, I did think that they looked good. They like really because they were attracting fans and like everywhere they went.
Tell
Paige,
you one thing.
And she
Them
need to stay out of black people's stuff. I'm sick of that too. You know what? I'm back. Y'all, I'm telling y'all now, if you're in this space
remember what I said.
and you
Remember what I
continue
think.
to hype up all these little blackisms and little uncties and all these little mannerisms and isms and AAV that she is now trying to engage in for fame, it's gonna bite your ass in the foot in a few years. Now she done found a way to say the right stuff publicly, and I do believe that she's a wonderful person and an ally. But being an ally goes but so far. Sometimes you got to shut the fuck up, okay? And it is an election year, and I need her to be white and stay where the fuck she is, okay? We don't need you on the front lines. Y'all stop trying to make her black. Oh, she looks like a 50, she looks like somebody's 50-year-old uncle. No, she don't. She looks like a white girl, okay, dressed in black clothes. Move. I'm sick of it.
I think I do. I just want her to. First of all, like I was gonna say, people love her. Like I think she got the loudest cheers the whole weekend. On
mm-hmm.
two, I like that she's. If she feels more authentic to me now, she feels like she's stepping into her truth. Like I like it. I like the. I like the vibe. She just feels very comfortable. Like she feels like her. Three, Dolores. I see what you're getting at. My only concern for her, I said it in a group chat a little while ago. She is. I think what she's trying to do, and maybe she's young, so it might not be consciously, it might be subconsciously, right? But I think she already is a cooler, a little more relatable than Caitlyn anyway. I mean, obviously, right? But I do think what she's trying to do is make sure that she doesn't become Caitlyn in a sense.
Caitlin. Mm-hmm.
Um, and not and not saying now I'm not saying that the world hate Caitlyn, but I don't think she wants that those notions are those, what follows Caitlyn. I think she's trying so hard not to become that she could be possibly going really, really hard in the other direction. You know what I mean? And I don't know if she's doing it consciously because she's younger, but I just also don't want her to slip up and maybe say or do the wrong thing. You know what I
Cause
mean? Like,
it's getting borderline. And
yeah, I
we
don't want that for her. But I don't,
we
I
as a
don't
community
think
gotta
she's doing
teach
it.
people how to stay, ride
Yeah,
it.
and
Listen
I think
first.
she's young. I think she's young, and I think because to me it didn't become as heavy until this whole wave of Angel and Caitlyn is this. I just think the baby so bad doesn't want to become that, and I think she's young and she's just trying to. That's not me. That's not me. That's the trying to separate herself that much that she might be going a little far in the other direction. She hasn't gone too far yet for me personally, but I just don't want her to slip and say or do the wrong thing because it's a very thin line. And then everybody like, girl, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I just I just wanted to be careful, but at the same time, I can see why she's like,
And
child.
please, when you hear this, because I know you bitches don't like me anyways, but shit, I'll die and it'll still be fine. Um, this does not mean I dislike Caitlyn, but I think we have to be honest about boundaries and be honest about access and who
Paige.
can do and say what. Because just a few months ago, y'all was calling EW a kiss ass, okay, for being extra performative and high energy around a white woman. Let's make sure we apply that same logic
Okay.
to this situation and realize what's happening, okay? Look, wonderful kid. I'm proud of her for being an ally. Just let's keep it cute, okay? Beautiful gowns. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I'm twofold though because I really I feel like I see where she is coming from.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's cool. I
She does seem
but I
comfortable.
but I
yeah,
think part of it is attached to now that Caitlyn and Angel are so big and like she sees like what that type of fame can do monetarily, she knows that she can't just be like a hooper. Like she's got to be a hooper with personality. And being a hooper with personality also comes with finding thyself. And I do think she's in a place of like, who am I? What do I like? What am I doing? What am I giving?
I
BB
think
How
she,
am I
Pop
I
motherfucker.
seen?
think she's always been personable to the sense.
Yes,
I just think she's
yes,
growing up.
but the access is different now. Like
Okay, okay.
she like her face is everywhere, and we know that's coming because the college season is coming. She's going to
Hmm.
be the face of the college season. She's got to have a social footprint that's different, right? Like
Right.
before it was like, oh, she's cute, she showed up, said hey, she's nice, beautiful gown, whoop, whoop, did two
Yeah.
TikTok dances and kept it pushing.
Okay, I
Now
see.
like she's engaging with people when they talk about her mannerisms. She's laughing at jokes,
Okay. What
that
you
are
mean?
mass jokes. Like she is now participating in her own fame in a way that's different than it was. And so as a result of that, she just got to be aware of how she participates and what that reads as and making sure that she's conscious of that footprint.
Right. So you don't think that her might be her doing that is also like I said, just her seeing like this is just who I am and this is just.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it's just who she is, because I think there is still a part of her that is somewhat like reserved, chill, calm, low maintenance.
But you don't think that she, even when we see her, I don't ever like, to me, even like her beside Flage in the takes that I've seen, I feel like I'm not takes, y'all. In the videos that I've seen, Flage seems like she high, she lit like yo yo yo
Yeah,
yo yo, and Paige to me, even though she's coming into her own and she dressed like Billie Eilish, she still chills. She do dress like Billie
had to
Eilish.
throw that in there.
She is. She's still chilling, like
Yeah,
chilling in a sense. She's not like she's
That's
not as
but
like hype
that's why
like
I mean
Fly.
when I say I think like she's in the between. Like her naturalness is what you see when she's beside Flage. But I think when that is communicated to social media, that's not how I always see it sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how I'm trying to describe it, but like when all the jokes about her being an attractive gay woman, that her response to that wasn't calm.
Wait, what did they say again? I'm sorry, repeat that. I'm sorry.
Like when all the hype about her being attractive and being queer, all that stuff, her response didn't match how she presents herself socially. Like
You
that
did.
was no, I didn't. Mm-mm.
And I also think, and I hate to bring it up, but I think that whole incident, she's now had to, she got to not play cover up in a sense, because I think she got out of that kind of smooth. But
Very much so.
I think that also had to, she kind of had to, shit, you know, stick a move, pivot. So I don't know.
True.
I think to me, she's not bothering me. I think she just looks really comfortable, and I'm happy for her because I want. And I'm not saying I think Caitlyn is gay, but I want her to get that level of comfortability one day. I just don't want her to one day say the wrong thing. But I also think it goes back to her kind of seeing what's going on right now between the Angel and Caitlyn, and her just so bad not wanting to come up like Caitlyn. I really, in my heart of hearts, that's what I think it is. And she's
It
young,
probably is.
yeah, and she's still figuring it out. She don't bother me. I just don't want her to accidentally one day say the wrong thing, or because
Yeah.
there was
And
one
it,
video she put up, and it was a song and there's some words. It just I just don't want her to.
Yes.
I don't want her to mess up. I just don't want her. I just don't want her
yeah.
to go too
Somebody
far.
else recently too.
So yeah.
They black boyfriend.
No, no comment.
Also, I saw Anissa, y'all. Anissa be grabbing them goddamn rebounds because Anissa ain't no taller than I am. I
You tell
swear,
us you 6'3".
I'm not. That's a lie. I walk past Anissa and I swear, y'all, that lady is not no barely taller than I am. Facts.
Yeah, she's
She is
smaller.
not, and
Kiki Avery Offin looks taller
she
in
was a
person.
goddess, bitch. She
Yeah.
had on heels. She was walking around with Shanae. I don't know if they had the same management or whatever, but Kiki Ariasu, she had on a real pretty like silk, not a sundress, but somewhere between sundress and like business casual with some heels. She looked really, really pretty with her blonde braids. I saw Sanaya Rivers. She was there walking around, talking to people. Anissa, Fla, Paige. Who else? That was
Basically, everybody getting a taste of what they going where they gonna possibly be next year.
I
who
saw
else?
TVO was there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw
Who?
her too, but I didn't. I didn't. You're right. I didn't see her. Um,
Who you said, Craig?
TVO.
Talia Van
Oh,
Olaufen.
Yeah,
oh, America's team.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't think I saw. I think that's it. It might have been
Some
someone
others
that
got
was
some
TV.
others
Oh,
flight
oh,
got
oh,
canceled,
oh.
so they
Olivia
couldn't make
Miles.
it.
Olivia Miles is there.
Oh, did the 3-on-3 girlies hang around, or did they stick around?
I saw. Oh, and I probably didn't mention this girl because she reminds me of Michaela Williams. Madison Booker was there too.
Yes.
She
She
was with
yeah.
the Dawsey girl. Every time I saw her, she was with the Dawsey girl.
Panjimaniakonu?
Nah,
No,
not
the girl. No, 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 no. The girl that's going to Maryland this year. Her last
yeah,
name
Um
Dawsey or
Williams.
something. I can't remember her first name, but Madison Booker reminds me of Michaela Williams. So half the time I'll be like, is that one or that one? But it was Madison Booker. I saw her too. Other than that, I don't. I think that's it for real that I saw.
so was the Dolores Yana was the Pitbull performance televised?
It was, but I walked away. I went to do laundry.
Oh, girl,
I felt myself tapping my feet to his music. I knew more songs than I thought I did.
it was fun.
Y'all
I had
didn't like it?
a good time. I liked it.
Yeah, he. To be honest, if, I think in recent memory, he gave an actual like production.
Yeah, it was more than
Um,
that Kalani shit last year. I
yeah, it
give it
was
a
more
point.
than Kalani, more than Tiana Taylor.
Nah,
Like I feel like he had an actual with the lights and all the dancers
yeah, he
and the different
performed.
levels of the stage. Yeah, like he was
Y'all
really
are
good.
no, Lo, first of all, take it back.
I'm
First of
not.
all,
Kalani stinks. She stinks.
that's first of all. Second of all, absolutely not. The dancers were horrendous. Let's start there.
Oh, they
Oh,
was just shaking ass. They weren't
Mm,
trying to be cute. They were just shaking ass.
You can shake ass and be on beat. That
Okay,
was
well, all of us
terrible.
not dancers like you.
Well, they got
right,
they got
Dolores.
paid
Not
to dance
everybody can't
on
do all
national
that.
TV. That was ass. Okay, they were shaking ass and ass. That's number one. Number two, no. Okay, it was given very much music festival in Miami. And I'm sure the
Yeah,
audience in Phoenix felt very seen, heard, and validated. But as
yeah,
queer bitches and blacks that watch the WNBA, we deserve something a lot better, okay? And I saw somebody say that we need to be a little bit nicer to Angel so that we can get some of the people that were only here for Angel, and I concur, okay? If we are now bringing the hoes in, and moving on up in society, and we can afford to bring male and other people to the WNBA space and be on spaces, we can afford to call some people, okay? Flo's
but
on
they have to.
tour,
But they have
Meg's
to
around the
first
corner,
acknowledge
call
Angel.
somebody.
They have to first acknowledge Angel and what she does for the culture for that, and they don't want to do that.
Yeah, well, I,
Shout
I
out to
I will
Sean
call
Hurd.
the front
Sean Hurd wrote
office
an
and
amazing
contact
article.
them because we needed some big lotto bitch on TV. Okay, I don't know what y'all heard while y'all were there, but I was very unamused. It was very bad.
Mm. When
Sean
you
Hurd
start
wrote an
paying
amazing
attention,
article in regards to Angels' cultural urban impact to the league. So y'all go check that out. It's on
it's when
ESPN
they
Black.
start playing. It's going down. I'm
And
yelling
and if they was gonna
timber.
play
You
Timber, they
better
should have brought
move.
my bitch Kesha out.
You
Okay, and that's
better
on me,
dance. They should have brought me. That's my song. Let's
baby.
make it
Kesha, baby. The only
woo,
way I was gonna do
woo,
that was with Kesha.
baby.
Okay, and if
I
you a
be
real
woo,
if you a real
woo,
church girl, the Walls group made a
woo.
gospel remix of that song, and it's so good, y'all.
I'm not.
If they're really real, they'll bring Dream Girls.
No,
Turn the wigs around.
no,
Brandon,
Brandon.
they cannot afford Beyonce.
I will be right there on that. Back to
They
that.
can't afford
Maybe
Blue.
they can. Maybe they can get blue. Maybe they can get blue.
They can't afford Blue.
Northwest
30
is.
years
Fucking
of
literally not.
silence.
They can get Northwest to come
Go
sing that
shadow.
Oh
Disney.
no,
Didn't she
ma'am.
that
No,
Lion
ma'am.
King
I don't need no
performance?
kids, Bob.
Rising costs and
Brandon,
cocktail
please.
shadows.
But I will say
Yeah.
this. Y'all remember was that the year that we were in Chicago? One of our main complaints coming back was there was not a lot of black people in the age group of the girlies that hoop in the league. That was different. It was a lot.
Oh yeah, it changed this
It's
year.
changed. It like before it seemed like just a family event with just families. No, the hoes was out, the blacks was out, our age group was out. It was plenty of stuff to do that wasn't like in for those esoteric group of people. It was lit. Now I took my ass to sleep. most nights. But it was stuff. It was there was stuff to do. It was there.
Mm, mm.
Now I went out one night. Other nights I couldn't do it, but there was stuff for the girlies like us to do. So that like it was a I mean like complete turnaround. Like and they had activations with wine, activations that you some stuff that didn't feel so kiddie and childish. So they're doing a better job like leveling up. So that's good.
Yeah, I think there was definitely a lot of like everybody was included this year.
Yeah, sure.
They still had their big sister, big brother type vibes for the
Yeah, for
little
sure.
kids type events. But like Lo said, they had makeup suites, they had hip hop customization stuff for all of your gear. A lot of the parties were more inclusive. They had like the La Crema wine. Shouts out to them. The wine is good. Go get you some. Next, we need a Hennessy station. I don't know if they had that, but if we get a Hennessy station one year, that's where you can find me. And before we get off of the Phoenix atmosphere and move into the other hot topics for the season, I want to say the Arrogant Butcher. If y'all ever in Phoenix, please
Oh
go
yeah, it was
there. That
good.
place
It was good.
was amazing. I know I talked about handies all the time because I go and get me a good drink. I'm an old man. I love me some sidecars. Any brown liquor, I'm always down for it. And please drink responsibly, guys, and only be 21 and up. But the Arrogant Butcher, if you're ever in Phoenix, it's right across from the arena. Please go. All right. So moving on, we got some big news that came right after a big win for the Chicago Sky, right at the conclusion of the first half of the season. The Chicago Sky have traded Marina Mabrey to the Connecticut Sun, and in return, the Sky will receive an injured Moriah Jefferson and the sharpshooting Rachel Banner. There were also some picks involved with in those trades.
You
Um,
messy bitch.
who won to you all?
What'd you say? What was the question? B?
Who won?
Oh, Connecticut instantly. I think because they need somebody who can open they lanes up for them real bad. I don't. Her at the point guard though gives me the ick. But I mean, if that's what they want to do, she can shoot the ball.
Wait, is that what that's for? Point guard?
I
I don't
hope
know.
not.
I've just been seeing takes about her playing point guard, but I think they can fill her in to a point that she could hit shots for them. And even if she's just a constant threat, so the defense has to shift, I think that helps. And she do get people sometimes that I love. She goes to the basket, so I think that helps. Her defense isn't that great, but I think the defense all around for the team is so solid that they can figure that out. Now, the Sky, when they first said it was just Mariah Jefferson, I did not understand the move. I did not think it makes sense. Um, but Rachel Banham does help. She is a shooter. She hasn't really gotten to play a whole bunch of minutes, but she can shoot, so we'll see how that works. Mariah Jefferson does not make sense to me still when you have a Dana and Lindsay. Now, if they get rid of one, and maybe, but as is, it doesn't make any sense. And like Mariah's been injured a lot, right? Like
Her whole career.
yeah, so I think and I know we talking about what this what she did in college, da da da. Yeah, sure. Like we're never gonna negate what she did in college and who she played with. She was amazing. But as far as in the league, you ain't really telling me much. But I mean, but maybe
I, do we think that so with what do you call it with do we feel like not Marina, Rachel's recent performance, and I think it was the game the Sunday before where she went off for like maybe eight threes or so that kind of increased her trade value because obviously Marina had a very high contract. So for anyone to take that on, for most teams, we're going to be two players for one. So and I think with the two of those contracts, you maybe equal less than what Marina was getting paid. I'm not exactly sure where Mariah was in her salary, but do we think that they'll try to slot Rachel into the similar role in what Marina was serving for them for the Sky?
I
I don't
don't
know if
Just
they
pulling up and
can
shooting.
though.
I
Like,
don't I don't think Rachel's gonna come to the team and even start. I
oh yeah,
honestly think it was we know that we have talent. We know that we could make a move and put ourselves in a better position in the playoffs, but we need to free up some space so that we
yeah,
can move some shift around in the off season. So honestly, for me, it felt a little bit like Chicago throwing in the towel on
yeah.
this season. And it
Agreed,
felt like we are solely preparing for the future because
agreed.
Mariah still been in the league. One, it's confusing given the way the league will drop any and everybody who actually can play, i.e., Odyssey. Um, that's part number one. Part number two, is Rachel good? Has she had some good games, good moments? Yes. Will she score at some point for the Chicago and do some nice stuff? Of course. But I think if anything, hopefully with the break, it gives them time to instill some confidence in Dana to get her to the player that she can be. And then it allows them
Remember,
to.
the report came out recently that she's also still um a trade
Right.
piece,
But
possibly.
with that, now they actually are not handicapped by the contract that Marina
Right.
had anymore. So if
Hmm.
they can't build the confidence in these younger players, they can completely wipe out themselves in the offseason. And if we being honest, who ain't gonna want to guard wise, who ain't gonna want to play with Camilla and Angel?
Right.
Given
Okay, so now, so with that, okay, obviously, Michaela towards the end of this first half of the season was really coming on and giving valuable minutes for the Sky. Do we think that she slots into that three? Because
Who?
Diamond had been moved to the
I
bench. Michaela
I
Onyenwere.
Put her.
I don't know.
they've been using her and Diamond as like both at the three, and I don't know why they're married to Diamond, but I would probably try to build some confidence in Michaela. She's younger, has more of an upside at this point in her career, so I support it because moving Diamond anywhere other than three don't make sense because the two is hell no.
I thought Chicago front office hit a home run with
They
getting rid
did,
of Marina contract though. I thought
yes,
that
The
was
goal.
a piece.
they
James Wade really fucked up some shit, and I thought the last past 2 years last past year they've navigated pretty good.
Yeah, and I think
Yo,
I know
Marina,
you
oh my
asked.
God,
Oh, go ahead.
it's 2 years. So she still got
Yeah,
another year
she get
on this
paid like
deal.
two something next year too. So
Yeah, she gets 210.
in the future,
awesome.
She's getting paid more than Dewana,
Who
more than Tiffany.
mm,
Marina.
at by Chicago or are you talking about in Connecticut?
Well, now her contract this year is 208. Dewana's is 200 grand.
Well, you know that Connecticut loses all three big contracts.
Yeah.
They do.
AT, um, JJ, and Dewana are all up after this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
With
So all they have under contract next year is Marina Mabry, Ty, and Olivia Nelson Adora.
Woo, chef.
DJNA too, right?
she's
No.
free.
No.
She's a free agent
Lord
because I
Jesus.
think they didn't extend her rookie contract when they could have because she wasn't really doing much at the time. So she'll be a free agent.
Yeah. So I think I'm excited because we always talk about the W never makes moves. W never makes moves. This feels like a setup for some crazy shit in the offseason, and I love mess. So I'm excited for that because the possibilities are now endless. Like
It was
truly endless.
the point of her requesting a trade was what was interesting to me.
Well, I mean, it was obvious to me. Like Marina's body language. Like what was that game somebody pointed out where she was
I don't
upset
know.
at Kennedy for making a lob pass to Camilla and then
Oh
had to like
yeah.
fix her face. Like she just to me doesn't give she's the type of player that only fucks with the people she fucks with on the team. And that is very apparent.
Yeah.
Like when she was in Dallas, it was very clear that her and Enrique had that unbreakable bond. Everybody else was just on the team. Her and Enrique played special together, and if you were close or adjacent to the friend group, you got to the money. When she went to Chicago, it didn't make sense when she first went there, and it still doesn't make sense because you got a whole bunch of I mean, personality wise, Angel's big enough, Kennedy's big enough. And then you got a lot of other okay, we fuck with them. Like, oh, we gonna ride with them. And then Marina's the little feisty white woman on the side from New Jersey that likes to bark. Like, that don't work.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if it's gonna work in Connecticut either, but I'm excited to
I
see the
I
mess.
think she know when Connecticut don't play with them though. She's not playing with AT like that.
Well, if AT don't fix her damn body language, they're not gonna be paying past the first round of the playoffs.
Then now that's T.
And you know what is also Marina isn't really the type of player who a big market will command anyway. So trading to Connecticut of all places makes sense. I mean, do
That's
we
what she
who do
wanted.
okay?
That was her choice.
Yeah, close.
I know, so it makes sense. I don't see her being in. I mean, obviously, she was drafted by LA. She was never going to be the star in LA. She was drafted there and then traded to. She played the bubble
But I don't think she
with.
meant to be a star, to be honest.
No,
Yeah.
Well, they paying her like well.
But
Well,
I mean, they're
they gonna
paying a
play
lot of
it.
people like stars who aren't stars.
Erica
that's a
Willen.
TV thing. That's a WNBA thing for some
Right.
reason.
So, but I think this move is about to set up the thing that I've been asking for the past up like 5 years, baby. Once these new contracts arrive and we get to humble some people about being role players, I will feel vindicated. Okay, Dolores will be vindicated come 2026. Give me the 2026, and baby, I'm gonna do a whole article. They're gonna put it in ESPN Black about how back in 2021 when Dolores told the girls that they were role players and they did not believe him, and their contract should reflect them being role players. But baby, wait till the Jesus arrives in 2026. Okay, we thank you on today.
Because what we got, what the W getting 2 point something
And
billion, right?
that's what my good sister Cheryl said. It's not enough. Okay, if it's
Oh,
2.2, give me 8, and she meant that. Stand on it.
Period.
and I'm with her.
She ain't
Like
lie. She ain't lie. She ain't
they
lie.
love the hell out of them.
There's a reason why these TikTok pages are now including WNBA highlights on their TikTok pages. There's a reason why these men who only covered the NBA reaction videos, crossups, whoop whoop whoop, are now including Angel and Caitlyn in these reaction videos and trying to throw Asia in there for a little cookie on the Delta flight. Baby, they see where the money at. They see where the money at, and where the money resides is with the women, and that's on
We
me.
we voted for the first piece. The NBA got Prom and TNT
Yeah,
battling it out.
Yes.
I mean,
Baby, I don't care. I don't care if the WNBA sells this shit to CMT. I need all of 8.8.
CMT is really insane.
Baby, you get what you deserve. Get what you
We
deserve.
about to be on Zeus
Baby, put me on Tubi. If we gonna be
right
honest.
before baddies.
If we get the baddest film crew in one of these locker rooms, we might actually get some shit.
Team,
And while
What
I'm
locker
on
room
my
you going
rant,
to first?
y'all, I need everybody in the room. The same way we are praying for Kamala, I need y'all to put a prayer for my good sister Kelsey Plum. Because I don't know what the fuck is going on, but Kelsey ain't taking basketball seriously right now. And I need her to find the God that she was serving when she was with that man. I don't want her to find the man again, but I want her to find the Jesus that was over her life when she was with that man. Because the Jesus that was over her life had some common fucking sense. The Jesus that's with her right now is getting on that court and doing whatever the fuck she wants to do whenever she wants to do it, and it's not adding up to trying to win basketball games. So we gonna pray over this All Star break. I know she don't get no break, but we gonna pray that when she goes to Paris, she finds the Lord, our Savior Jesus Christ. Okay, Devontae. Okay, because I don't know what the fuck is going on, but we tighten up. Okay,
yeah, she got.
So speaking of the 2B crew
Um,
for Zeus for baddies, which locker room you going in first?
I none. I've
I'm gonna
never.
go in Vegas because they like each other. But then after that, put me in Phoenix so that I can be vindicated again for what I said earlier this season, and then move me to Indiana and Chicago in that order.
I
I'll
think
take.
try Connecticut in there just because I want to see what the interactions are like between Mabry and Dejanay now.
I will
Child, if
stay
they
out.
if they come out here doing what them other two did, and y'all know who I'm talking about, I'm a cuss.
I will stay on the outside and mind my business. I don't care. I don't want no parts, child.
Let's go, honey mustard.
I just
I
want
don't
them to
want
do like a hard knocks for training
Al-
camp.
Also, why didn't I'm a shooter enter into the 3 point contest?
mute his mic.
Okay, we have moved on from Phoenix, Dolores.
No, I'm still there since I couldn't afford to go. Amen. Thank you.
So now that that trade has been spoken of, August 20th is the trade deadline. So, are there any other moves, or do you think that other teams are going to just ride it out?
Blow up
We know
Atlanta.
that player. You said Atlanta.
Blow it up.
Can we please?
Okay, and with moves, there could be player moves or coach moves. We have already seen there some people have gone ahead and signed players to 7-day contracts, which will I guess take effect the week that the league resumes. Do we feel like those teams like maybe I think it's Chicago? Well, no, Chicago have their bodies now. Vegas still has to fill a spot if they want to. Do we feel like some of
Oh,
those teams are going to go add people?
ain't no if they want to, they need to. They need to. I need Dallas players to hurry up and get healthy so they can release somebody and Vegas can possibly grab somebody from their roster.
Well, if the players that have been doing well, okay, how do I want to say this? Okay,
Monique,
the
Take
players
your
that they
Odyssey,
time.
release may not be
Destiny,
wanted if the players who have been performing well for Dallas, if they decide to keep
they
them,
can't.
do we think that other teams are going to want the players that they release to keep them?
Everybody can't afford them.
They can't. All of them can't stay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right. So if they decide to keep Mo Billings
they
and
can't.
Odyssey on like
Cause it's ain't
I think
don't the
they can take
seven
minimum and
they
they'll be
gotta
prorated.
don't they gotta cut the 7 day people?
They gotta, yeah,
Yes.
they gotta drop
And
Odyssey.
so when they gotta drop them, if somebody else jump on them, they can't do shit about it.
But the same thing happened last year with Kalani. Kalani was on hardships all season.
But that was only like they got 3 people out right now or two at least, right?
Their only hardships right now
Jalen,
are Odyssey and Monique.
Right, but they still got the Justin girl out, right? I mean, what's that child name?
Jalen
Jalen.
Ja-
Brown.
Jones out, Sawtooth's out, so
Yeah,
that
they
puts
got 4 people, 3, 4 people out.
Jalen Satu and Maddie.
Right, and then 2 people that's on hardships. The 2 people that's on hardships got to go home.
But there was a way they finagled
Yeah,
it the
because
previous
but
season.
last year didn't they just didn't
last year
carry her
people
because the
never
person didn't get healthy, right?
yeah, Diamond and Lou never came
Never
back.
came back.
So they were like always under the
Yeah, they
number.
just got to ride the line because they were under the number of people.
Well,
But honestly, if I'm in the WC, this is why I need a job. The real player that teams need to be looking at is Suarez.
Yes,
That's
thank you.
that's
Thank
what
Like
you. Thank you.
somebody,
Thank
is.
you.
I
somebody that can coach could do some shit with her.
I would say because Suarez can shoot the three ball and she shoots it comfortably. She's long, she rebounds. She just don't play a lot of minutes because she's behind Kalani and McCowan. But the minutes that she has played for them, when McCowan would get in foul trouble, she's given good minutes. She just needs
Bingo.
the
Slide
opportunities.
to
You
Cheryl.
know what? This is
Coach
mad
Reeves.
off topic.
Because she like ain't she like 6'2"? Shit, slide
Who?
her out to
She
Vegas.
like 6'6".
Yeah, Suarez is 6'6".
Yeah, send her to Vegas, please. Add
I
her to
No.
mean,
team.
look. Honestly, the team. If now this is just if I'm Minnesota,
The
I
link.
want
Yep.
one move. I want one championship move, and you can either do it in 2 places. You're either gonna want to do it in the post and prepare yourself for the future. And this is what I would do. I would try to trade Diamond Miller. And I would consider trying to send her to either Washington or Dallas and plucking a post from one of those two. And if I can't move her, now I'm gonna look to trade a post on my side and get one more guard and maybe move Natisha with her. But if they can, if Minnesota can add one more key to the card, baby, the playoffs gonna get real cute
Yep, I like
because
that.
Connecticut was the one team that we kept saying, okay, Connecticut needs to make a move, maybe a 3 and D. That was my thing, maybe a 3 and D player. They didn't get 3 and D, but they did get three, so they got that. So we know that puts them there. Minnesota got to jump back, and if they do, they could get to work because Fee gonna come back. Fee gonna be Fee. I think the little Alana Smith, she's a matchup girly. She looks good in some matchups, look terrible in
Uh-huh.
others. Dorka shows up some days, but at least she's tall. That helps. But if you can get another somebody that can spread them, Ella, that's gonna do the motherfucking
I
thing.
did.
Okay? If they can get a spread them Ella girl, that would work. That could be real cute. If they can't get a spread them Ella girl, they need another one more guard. Okay? Because if they could get somebody that could take Courtney Williams off the ball for a little bit and let her get to her scoring bag, that could do the motherfucking trick too.
Who's that guard?
I mean, they just need like I honestly thought a few years ago when they had Crystal Dangerfield, right when they still had Cheryl, that was a beautiful lineup for them.
Still had
Because
who?
remember, I mean,
Seal.
Seal. When they still
Mm,
had
yeah.
Seal, they had a really nice lineup with Dangerfield because she was scoring for them, but she facilitated really well. And then you put um K Mac, um Courtney, and then you can cycle in Bridget every once in a while and just let Crystal be the one that passes and facilitates. And don't gotta worry about scoring too much. That could work. If they want to be cheap. If they want to go spend some money, you can do that too. Cause hell, the Sparks got 17,000 guards.
Hmm. And speaking of guards, although I don't think that this is going to make them a contender at all, the general consensus going around the past couple of weeks was that a particular player looked really good with Atlanta, and they needed to find some sort of way to keep her. Destiny Henderson. What do you all feel about her performance while she was with the Dream?
I do think they should have found a way to keep her. Once she got in her groove and she kind of figured out what she was doing, do I think she was perfect and was running everything right? No, because it is sometimes that they looked a little bunched up. But hell, that's everybody. That's the girls that been on the team the whole time too. So I don't feel like that's a, I think she ran the offense really well. It was a lot of games that they start looking good and playing well when she was in the game because the offense ran a little better. And then in crunch time, they took her out because they lose in the last 5 minutes of the game every damn time. They'll be in the game and lose in the last 5 minutes, but it's because they take the facilitator off the court and then they stuck again, which I don't really understand. And I really hate it for Haley because she takes the brunt of it, but it's really not her fault. Um,
But if we stop training athletes to be hoopers, positionless hoopers, we wouldn't be in this predicament so damn
I
much.
said stop. I'm tired of big guards. I'm
It's
tired of
like Haley. If I were to do a thesis statement and say positionless basketball is fucked, I would put her on the front of it with love and care, and I would say that when
I
you
put
have a
mine
player
too.
like this who is good at everything and great at nothing, it does nothing for your team. It does nothing for your team. It does nothing for your team. Specialized positions are important, especially in the
I
women's game.
think But I do think it's been spots where she's looked better, and those times on the court is when she was on the court with a true point guard. So I think I hate it because I feel like in her first 2 years, she's could have developed and she could have developed and could have specialized in something and became good at one thing, but she's in this predicament. I don't she's just not it's just not working. She
But
just
I
is
mean,
not
dating back to her in college, she's never been put in a position to play a position other than her first year. Like her first year was
right.
her best year, her most productive year because she actually got to play her natural position. Once Bobcat threw
Not
threw
bad.
her at the point guard role, and then WNBA said we're gonna jump on that. We've been unsuccessful ever since. So I need the girls to fix that. Because all these
Who was the 1 point guard that she played with her freshman
Kiana,
year?
Kiana
right?
Williams,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
like
but it
until we
worked in
do
high
right by
school
point
and
guards, we
college.
will never see the gates of
Bingo,
heaven.
bingo. But I feel like
And
now, too.
everybody keeps saying like New York, New York, New York, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, yes, this is my hot take. I understand that people don't like Vandersloot. She ain't been giving whoop de whoop de whoop, but there's gonna be a point in the season where Sabrina's gonna be forced to either pass the fucking ball and play point guard or do them logo threes. It's working right now. But when the oil get hot and the grease start burning and popping because it got a little crack of water in it, she gonna have to step her foot up on the kitchen stove, okay? Because ain't nobody pressured that ball on her ass yet and put them handles to the test. But this season right here gonna determine if Nike is Nike.
I feel like she's been doing better so far. But like
No,
you said, you gotta
she's
keep
been
going.
great. It's been beautiful. I'm proud of it. But when it's playoff basketball approaching, and the scout is done scouted. They ain't had now she playing PG. We done seen it for a little bit, and them coaches probably salivating in the mouth, looking at Boots. Okay, if Boots show up after this, then I'ma shut the hell up. But if Boots don't show up, I will again be vindicated.
Mm.
Because
Any other teams that you all think need to make a move? Seattle.
Free LA.
Seattle is not a super
Oh,
team.
but
Absolutely not.
Wait, what?
Seattle is not a super team. The- I, I, Kobe,
I feel
I
like
need
they
you.
are in theory. Hell yes, they
No,
are.
no,
they
Yes.
no. The Mamba title has been given out too freely. And I, at this point in the year of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ in 2024, take the shit back and return it.
That don't
And
mean that
nope.
you talking about how they performing right now. We're talking about name alone. NECA,
Yes,
Jewel Lord, and Sky are definitely a damn
wonderful
super team.
names, wonderful names, wonderful
So we're talking
gowns.
about as the names. Yes, they are. Now, are they
Okay,
playing
on
like
the
it?
court, it's a
No.
no. On the
Okay,
court,
maybe they're
it's a
not
no.
playing like it, but that's a damn
On
super team.
yes, on the court, it's a no for me. Okay, I don't care. NECA's been consistent. We know what we're gonna get from NECA. I'm proud of Ezzy for doing great on defense. Whoop whoop whoop. But if they done did built all of this around Jewel, we gonna win. We got a black coach. We got Pokey period to my girl. Love her. But for Jewel to show up to a WNBA game and go 2 for 2,755 and finish with 5 points on 0 for 20,000 from three, it's not gonna fucking work. Okay? It's a no for me. And we get on Enrique ass about Dallas. But Enrique has shown improvement over the last 2 years of facilitating, Pat playing defense, and making up for when she goes 7 for 2,000. Okay? Drew has not done the same. So
We
we're gonna
talk
have to
about
put some
all Notre Dame guards the same. They one and the same.
yeah, but we're gonna have to put some more heat up under the Mamba. Because it is giving garden snake. And I'm sick of it. And the way she showed up at that, if she show up in Paris playing like Garden Snake, we gonna have a problem.
She might. Who knows?
Yeah, overseas, Team USA, like her Team USA play hasn't been the best. Like she's been very streaky. She'll have like one good game and then not score the others. So
And it and again, y'all know I don't always it ain't always gotta be scoring. But you better take your ass on the court and do something, damn it.
I wonder if it's more. I wonder if it's the system and how they got them playing because um, Jackie looked a little hesitant the other day too, and she doesn't do that. So I don't
Well,
know.
bringing her last off the bench behind all of them would have pissed me the hell off. I would have sabotaged the damn team my damn self. Cause who the hell do you think I am? I'm Jackie
I
motherfucking
was
Young, bitch.
like I was watching the All Star game and I was just like, "Is Jackie hurt? Like, is she out for practice? What's going
Like
on?"
they how do you why would you play in her face like that?
That's what I'm saying. It don't
I
seem like
definitely have to
it doesn't seem like it's.
off.
That's what I'm saying. To me, something don't make sense. That don't make sense.
I would have elbowed everybody in their damn throat. Then you got Tanisha and all of them on the bench, and they can't even
Tanisha,
coach me. Y'all better move.
Tanisha was on the bench too.
Whoever it was, Johnny.
Coach.
Then
Tanisha
you
was
got
on
these
the
people
bench.
over here that
Which
can't do nothing with me, and you got me sitting on the bench like a Christmas ornament. Y'all better move.
Christmas ornament is literally hilarious.
The
Shit.
mistletoe.
I meant to tweet this after the game, but I fell asleep. I feel like that All Star game, we should just blame on Tanisha. She had the scout probably. She one of the scout coaches, so
Oh, that was
The
we
definitely
the
a
blame.
goddamn
game looked
Christmas.
like one of her outfits. Fucking horrendous.
Oh my god.
Shit. Also, Asia is the motherfucking MVP. I don't give a damn if Asia dropped 2 points and 2 rebounds for the rest of the fucking season. Y'all get on this app and play with her and try to play stupid. But hell have no fury like the Lord scorned. You hear me, bitches?
I
Do
don't think
not
that's
play
how
with
it
her.
goes.
Don't write it, don't tweet it, don't play with me because y'all love to do this legacy building, this history writing, and make up stats for every motherfucking game, for everything, for breathing. She breathed at 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. She is the first to do it since Candace Parker. Bitch, I don't give a flying fuck. If at the end of this season, Asia is not crowned the MVP unanimously, I, baby, we
Now
gonna
you what Rebecca already told you now.
baby, I'm not even playing. Like, I mean this so seriously because let's look at the stats. What did my good sis say? Let's check the board, okay? And when we check the motherfucking board, no WNBA player, no bitch has had the stats that Asia Wilson has had in this, and we're not even gonna say the first half of the season. We are 65% done with the goddamn season because it ain't another 30 games happening, okay? We are 65% done. Should- whenever the award is announced, if Kathy moved the award back 2 days, If she don't announce it on the date and the time that it is supposed to be announced, if she don't announce it in congruence with Asia releasing an article from her signature collection, everybody's getting hell from me. Okay? I don't want to hear it. Stewie is not on her level, as evidenced by her sorry ass play in the first half of that game and the majority of the season. AT turns the ball over every time she breathes. It's a no for me. Sabrina is heavy on the feet. It's a no for me. Fee has a wonderful husband and a cute child, but it's a no for me. When you're not that girl, you are not that girl. Don't play with me, okay? Don't play with me.
Now why the baby in it?
I don't want to hear it. I don't do no nothing. Okay. When Stewie has a great season, y'all let Stewie ride off into the sunset. Y'all let Caitlyn have her college season and wouldn't put nobody beside her. So I'm telling you right the fuck now. Y'all play with Asia if y'all want to. I don't give a damn if Vegas lose every game to the break. She is the MB motherfucking P. Okay? Put the apostrophe beside her name. Western Conference Player of the Month needs to be Asia Wilson Player of the Month. And wrap this shit up with no debate. Thank you. She was also the best player of the game in the All Star game until Stewie started playing horse on the offensive side of the goddamn ball. But that's neither here nor there. Shit. Shooting all them goddamn threes, bricking off the side of the backboard, catching on damn rebound and shooting that sorry ass mid range. I'm sick of her ass.
Who are you
Slim
talking
Jim.
about?
Okay, so that's another recap from the I don't even know where we are on the program today. So breaking records. Which teams have surprised you so far this season, in a good or bad way?
It was probably the one is only one I'm like shocked that they're doing so well, but they've kind of hit their little low. But Fiat is probably Minnesota. Um, I don't think anybody else has surprised me.
For the good, I'd say Minnesota. For the bad, Dallas. Like, even with Satu out, I didn't imagine they'd be this bad. And then I know Howard got hurt too, but still, I just think I just expect a little bit more from them, even with those injuries. So
Now I
they've
did see
surprised.
Paige over there with Enrique. Could that be a look into the future?
I hope
Their
not.
two
Girl,
their two
Paige,
season
come
record is
girls.
too high. They made it to the semifinals last year.
Oh, she could go to Atlanta.
The only options are Washington and LA.
Ooh, Washington.
Ooh,
Paige like brunch.
And she like Lee Edwards.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She have Kira.
They gonna have Paige at the Rose Bowl. Okay. So which
I
teams are not living up to your expectations?
genuinely,
Go
I
ahead.
would say Indiana has been a wonderful surprise, and not in that like I didn't think they would be good this year because roster wise, on paper, where they are now is where they should have been to start the season. But I didn't give them grace. I didn't give them time because y'all didn't give them grace, and y'all didn't give them time. And what do we tell y'all? Give them grace, or I will. Okay, or I won't. Got it. Okay. Anyways, they are starting to find their footing. They look really good. As much as Kelsey Mitchell gets on my nerves when the dreads start bouncing like Sonic the Hedgehog, she has been a wonderful Sonic this season. So,
Yeah.
it's been beautiful to watch her actually make shots and speed up. That's been really nice. Caitlyn and Leah's connection is kind of fucking beautiful. Honestly
Oh, we
astounding.
knew that.
I'm in awe. Um, Caitlyn can pass the fucking ball. Beautiful. Nalissa is low said this before, is their X factor in good and bad ways because just some matchups are just not for her and she can't really help
Mhm.
it. But I was very pleasantly surprised. Until they get rid of Katie Luhu, we won't know true
That's
gold.
not that bad name.
You got my point. We won't know heaven until that changes, but I'm excited to see them in the playoffs this year. That'll be really fun. The fans deserve it, not the ones y'all talking about. The ones that I'm talking about, they do deserve it. And then unpleasant surprise.
Mhm.
Um, I felt in my heart of hearts that Atlanta could be like a top four seed this season, and clearly I was
Mhm.
wrong. So, um, those are my two.
I didn't feel that for them, but you know, but that's it. That's all who surprised me.
Craig, how you feel about your wings?
Them shits thighs. It ain't no fucking wings.
Extra crispy.
The
No.
Wings,
Okay.
I think that they'll finish lower than 10, 10, 10, 11, 12.
Also, you
Damn.
don't think that they
Damn.
can scramble to make the playoffs?
I don't think so personally. Based off of culture, it doesn't seem like anybody mixes. Y'all tried to say the same thing with like Marina thing. Like I feel like that's how Enrique is in a sense of like, you mean I'm gonna fuck with who I fuck with, and if you don't fuck with me, then you mean you just try to get yours off a rebound type shit. But we'll see.
And that's silly to me. Like we trying to win. JC's been
Okay.
out.
I have a question I want to ask. So I think the first time we've had a super, well, no, we've had it in the past couple seasons sometime. Who do we feel like is the next superstar? And let's
Ooh, girl.
remind, I said superstar. We're not talking about Dolores' favorite word role players or anything.
Okay, pause, pause, pause.
Who is the,
When you say superstar, because we got to separate, and that's important that you ask this. But while I give my caveat, Asia, Stewie, DT are generational players, like past superstar. Are you talking about that type of player, or are you talking about the people right under them?
okay, them and the ones right under?
Oh, so okay, that's a lot of people then.
Generational. Caitlin's gonna be one of those generational players. Um,
Yeah, she's
but
yeah.
I mean, well, they're gonna make it happen. She doesn't really, even though her
Yeah,
personality doesn't do a lot. Neither does Louise. But generational Caitlyn for sure. Other people who are generational, other than the ones that we name right now. Um, I don't know. I
justice for my
think.
sister Shay. Juju, bitch, is that how she say it?
Oh yeah, yeah, her in the league right now. I think um Aaliyah could be a tier under, and as a superstar, especially with her being beside Caitlyn. But I think you know how it goes to black women. She gonna have to talk a little more and do a little more personality. However she decides to show it, or it's gonna be but she's a lot more talkative than like a seal or something, so she won't get passed by that much. So she could definitely be in that superstar tier. I think her being beside Caitlyn with the personality that she has will help her. Naturally, Angel, superstar for sure. Um,
Y'all ain't even y'all ain't even let me finish what I'm about
Oh,
to
oh,
ask.
go
oh,
I,
ahead, go
oh,
ahead, go ahead. We sorry.
oh,
no, I like y'all's explanations. I was
okay.
going to ask because in recent years we've seen Candace and Stewie move. Who is the
Oh,
next
Oh,
superstar that you think that's going to leave their team?
ooh, Stewie moving again.
you think?
Mm.
Yeah.
To leave their team. Ooh.
Stewie would move. Kelsey is probably gonna move.
Kyle clearly is coming to
Oh
Vegas,
hell
so
no.
no.
Yana, don't spew that into the atmosphere. I don't want no.
I'm just
No, she not.
saying. She spends a lot of time with Vegas
No,
players when she
no,
has Phoenix.
absolutely not.
So,
No, no,
I y'all ain't hear from me, but I saw. Never mind.
no.
I'm joking.
Say
We're
it.
we're trying to build team culture here. Absolutely not.
Say
I saw
it.
them whispering, telling Kyle where to find some nice houses at in
Brandon, don't
Vegas.
throw rumors because they're gonna put us under investigation. You know, 17,000 anonymous people are in this shit, anyways. Let's please shut up.
I'm just saying.
I
No.
think BG will probably be on the move.
Oh yeah,
I think she should though, because I don't think I like the 43s a game. That doesn't really fit
her.
her style of play.
And if we're being honest, BG legacy is kind of tomatoes in the W.
Yeah,
Well, I be trying to talk about
like
Jay.
BG should have
Girls get
had
so
at
upset.
least 5 seasons already where she's averaged at least 20 and 10,
I've been trying to say
at
that, and
least.
the girls get upset.
Well, they
And I,
shouldn't.
and I don't be hating on her. I just think she could be doing more.
And it honestly, it don't take much energy to do a little bit more either. It's just like,
And it's like we can talk about Camilla how she doing stuff. We could talk about the other tall girlies. I just think BG could be doing more. Like it's no reason that she only has 3 rebounds.
and the fact that Camilla already averages more rebounds than BG playing beside Angel is kind of sad. But that's
And
neither here
it's
nor
not
there.
even that. I guess to me, like when I talk about people, like what the lady on Love and Basketball said. You think I go horse over a player with no potential?
Oh,
Me saying that I expect more of you is it's criticism because you're better than that. Like BG, you better than that. Like, come on. It's not because I hate you and I'm hating on you. You could do better than that. Like, come on, come on, BG, like, come on. But like Yana said, I also don't think the 43s sets her up for success either.
Yeah,
So,
but she been unsetting herself up for
oh, exactly,
success for the past
exactly. You're
5
right.
years.
You're right. Well, she had one good. What season that
There
she?
was
That
that one season she was having where she was the
2021,
MVP candidate
they
I
lost
don't
in
that
the
know.
I think
One
she
finals.
season
got.
she was hooping.
They
One
lost
season
in the
she was
But
hooping.
it was
finals.
one season she had that was really good, and then she had that late season injury.
You remember the
Okay.
year you remember they beat Asia, she blocked the shot, 2021 made it to the finals. That was her and Skylar were hooping that year.
Yeah.
That was a
It
foul.
was a foul, but that's neither here nor there. Um,
Because what? Because that led us to get what?
Chelsea and 2 titles back to back.
So,
Amen.
Led us to get Becky because Bill scribbled that little scribble shit on her.
Y'all shut up. Y'all, that was traumatic. I cried in the Grand downtown Columbia. I cried
Yeah.
in my seat.
Seeing Asia there squatting
Yeah,
on
I
that
cried
ground
real
was.
bad. Don't
I was like,
don't
yeah,
ever make
no.
my favorite cry like that. But no, I think BG could be on the move. I think
Who are the young stars that you think could be like, all right, this ain't working?
I don't want to say it, and I'm not gonna say no names.
say it, say it, say it, say it.
If one franchise
A
get
hookah,
the coaching shit together, I want them to go.
I want her to go
a
now.
hook,
I don't
a
give a damn
hookah.
about the coach.
Come out a Jordan hookah.
I don't know. I don't
Shut
know.
up. I think Satu's gonna be on the move too, y'all.
Oh yes, I thought Satu was on the move this year.
Put
Last
put
year, to be
Satu
honest.
put Satu in LA and the hoes will show up, y'all. I'm telling you.
Mm.
Satu, Rakia, Cam Brink, Azare, that's a that's a squad if they get a PG. And it could be Paige.
I actually think Stevens might leave.
Oh.
Only because I feel like one of the reasons she left Chicago was because she wanted to be a featured big. Um and with Chicago they had like they had Candace, so there wasn't really room for her to do that. And they didn't really have that. And then now when you look at LA, De'Erica's hooping. I think Cam's like, their future big as well. So
But she
obviously
But
Cam
she,
back in.
technically, she could still be fine because De'Erica is something. Squint, wink, wink, hint, hint, shoulder, shoulder. She could play the three at some point, at some times, and I think it would be beneficial for Cam to come off the bench behind Azre. Because let's be honest, Azre been hooping now that she back. Like she came back and was like, "I'm gonna get to the money instantly." So she's been nice, and Cam needs that. Like like I don't think Cam is even when she's healthy is gonna be ready to just be a star in the league. Like she's trial by fire right now too. So I mean, I think Azure should stay
So
and be a vet.
when Kirk got his favorites, I feel like he does other people
But
real
he ain't been
weird.
treating her like
I
shit. She
mean,
just been hurt.
well, not Stevens, but Cam is his like Cam is a favorite of his. And so when it comes to starting and being like a premier type of big, I can see him spending more time trying to make sure Cam is good versus making sure there's room for Stevens to do her.
Well, shit. If he
Because the
if
other
he could coach
kind of
if he could coach a team that had JJ, AT, and Bree Jones, I don't see no issue with Azure, Cam, and De'Erica. And
did he
and
coach
they all shut
that
up,
team?
Yana. They all do different things too. Like it's not like Cam will take Osray's minutes or Cam will take De'Erica's minutes. Like all of them are complementary bigs to each other.
So are you starting Rakia at the two? If you start
No,
De'Erica
I
at the
think you
three,
could. I think you could make Rakia impact off the bench.
okay.
Because she's still like, in my opinion, is Rakia hooping this year? Yes, but there are some games where it's like there could be more, and I think shot making is where that more has to come. Because she gets a lot of her scoring just by scoring over smaller defenders, or being quicker than a bigger player. But I think when it's like we trying to win a championship, you probably want to let her develop a little bit more. Or she would have to have like a Jackie type, like, oh, she got to the money in the off season type thing.
Okay. All right. And we're gonna wrap up here shortly. Which player has impressed, and then which are like, okay, what are we doing here?
Oh, that's
Um,
half the two people.
I already knew she was good, and so I don't know if impressed is the right word, but I'm enjoying watching Katie this season. I've been looking for a team to bring her back for it seems like
who?
forever,
Oh, Kennedy.
and just Kennedy. I'm enjoying her this season. I already knew what she can do, and obviously she's doing way more than she was when she was kind of taken out of the league. But I've really enjoyed Kennedy this season.
Yeah, I would say Kennedy. I think seeing a maturation of Dejanay on, but I think watching her, she looks better. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, Lo, you went away.
Sister, come
Can y'all
back.
hear?
She probably hit mute. No, she didn't.
Well, what I'll say is I've enjoyed the second half of the first half of the season of Alita.
Retweet.
I really have.
Yes, yes, but still free my girl. Get the hell up out of Indiana. Amen. Thank you. Hallelujah.
How about you, Craig? He probably at work. Okay. Well, until Lo comes back, I'm not sure if she's in the woods or where. Is she home or she back in Georgia?
While we waiting on low, for all my Love Island watchers, Cordina, bitch. What
I don't
happens
know
when
what
we
that is.
unite as a community and vote? Voting matters. Serena and Cordell are together. For all my
Oh,
Love Island watchers.
y'all
Amen.
make
Thank
sure
you
y'all
so
vote
much.
for the president like y'all.
I didn't watch one episode, but I was rooting for.
Yana, put on your pearls,
But it
get
ain't
your
no, it
tablet,
ain't
and go
Yana.
door
Don't
to
tell
door.
Yana to do it. It's these hotepy ass men. Get the barking, get the stomping, get the high stepping, and get them suits on that y'all wore during COVID, and get your ass to the polls. And tell your ugly ass cousin that don't watch his drawers to get his ass to the polls too. Okay? We uniting as one in this bitch. I don't
They,
want to hear no shit. Don't get
they
on this
gotta
app
register
giving me no
first.
think pieces about nobody. Don't tell me who she prosecuted. They deserve to go to jail. Don't tell me your cousin was one of the people. They did the crime. Y'all better get y'all narrow asses to the polls. If your cousin tell you they're not voting, you need to cancel them. If your sister tell you she not voting, don't raise them kids. Hold this shit over their head. We not watching no kids. We not seeing no aunts. We not seeing no uncles. You're getting left off the wheel. Leave bitches off the wheel and they gonna get to the polls. You hear me? We unite as one in this bitch. We ride behind Kamala. Okay? We riding behind Kamala as a united front. If you need more information, you better get your ass a motherfucking book and read. Okay? There's too many sources. You can chat GBT this shit. If you need to know policies, if you understand shit, we are fighting for rights. Okay? For the gay people, for the straight people, for the cousins, for the days, for the them, for the others. If you are non-white male, and that's including you white women in here, don't betray us like y'all did in 2016. I'm not playing with y'all ass. Okay? If I have to have a D-Day on this app because y'all asses didn't vote, we gonna have a motherfucking problem. You hear me? And we all gonna have to do the GoFundMe to get me up out this bitch. Because I refuse to live in Handmaid's Tale. Okay? So get your ass to the polls.
But y'all also, y'all need to, if you're not registered to vote, that's the
Do it
first
before
step.
October 15th.
Yes, yes,
I'm
please.
Do it
I'm
now.
not playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Y'all showed your ass up to All Star. You better show your ass up to the All Star. Hello?
Yes,
You
please
can't
vote.
get into Bulldogs if you did not register to
And
vote.
y'all, do your research. Like I know, and I'm going, and I'm this is being honest. Some of the stuff that we listen to and regurgitate, even on basketball stuff, is wrong because we're not taking the time to read and do our own research. Please take your time. If you need digital literacy tips, media literacy tips, I'm pretty sure there's TikToks. There are articles you can read to help you with that. Find your favorite TikTok girly or boy and check them out and see what they're saying. Like, don't be on here
Make sure
regurgitating
they're
like
reputable.
like
Make sure they're
yeah,
reputable.
I mean, yes,
If they
make sure they're
sound like a
reputable.
conspiracy theory, blink twice and get
They're
off that
wrong.
shit. Blink twice. Don't go over here regurgitating no stupid ass talking points that you did not flesh out.
Yes, if we have to make a resource with good people to listen to and stuff, we can. But
The committee for voting rights.
yeah,
We'll get it together. We will get it together. Let me also say, for those
yeah,
of you
for
that
sure.
like to get on this app and be self-righteous and do the whole, well, all of them are murderers and killers and whoop 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 and what, we can address that issue in the process. I promise you we can. But as sure as my name is Michael McManus, as sure as y'all like to tell me how to charge against me, y'all better get your ass to the motherfucking poll, or I'm gonna have another charge. You hear me, bitch?
Are there any questions from the
Do
audience?
you want
Anyone
to
would like?
know how to vote? Do you want to know how to volunteer at a local poll?
Anyone has anything that they would
Tell
like
your
to
alumni
add?
chapter if you're in an organization to get to work. If your organization is not mobilizing, you joined the wrong organization. Because the people tell us first and foremost we vote.
Oh, I done got about 4 emails from AKA.
If you did not
Period.
pay your dues, I don't give a rat's ass. Put them colors on and get to the polls.
Those who deactivated and got on Instagram and told the world that they denounced the organization. It's okay, y'all. Just go
Your
ahead and vote.
great
Somebody
grandmother,
said I
who's
sorry
still on her last leg, and you know she's going to make it to November, make sure that you take that scooter to the poll.
Cherie,
no
come on
literally
up.
hurt.
If you players, college athletes, if you are playing at a college, university, or institution that has a coach that will not vote for your rights, you need to consider going to another school. You want to know how to fix these bitches? Hit them where the money at, okay? If we want to get activated, you top recruits, you coaches, you players, you ain't got to say it because I know that'll break some rules. But if you see that they're leaning a color that is not blue, you better take you and your recruiting and NIL money elsewhere. We gonna Kelly Law for these bitches around here. It's time to mobilize. Avengers assemble.
Go ahead, Cherie. How are you? Cherie, are you there? There you go. Or is it Sherry?
My Sherry Moore.
Oh, please. That oh,
Uh-oh. I think we having some technical difficulties. Anyone else has a question that they okay, Jonathan, come on up.
what you call it? Brianna Turner's a good resource too. Follow her. She'll
Oh
help you,
yes.
child. Hey, Jonathan. Hey.
Hey, what's up, Dolores? What's up, bro? Um,
Hola.
so we're all in agreement that Brittany Griner is a lazy player, right? We're all in
Correct.
agreement. Okay,
Yes, she's
and
lazy.
that Alyssa Thomas is the Ben Simmons of the WNBA, right?
Oh, that is nasty, but I agree.
I don't know. I don't know enough about the NBA to know.
She can't shoot. She's an offensive
Well,
line. She's not a
she
championship
is the
player.
Ben Simmons of LSU
Hmm?
because he was really good at LSU.
All I'm saying is you can't win a championship with Alyssa Thomas on your team. I don't believe you can.
I mean, so far you ain't
And
wrong.
I will admit I'm speaking very emotionally because she hasn't been covering on my parlays. So.
Oh, y'all bitches got to get up off of Twitter. That be the problem with WNBA fandom and men's basketball fandom right there. Y'all be your basketball takes be based on them goddamn parlays. Y'all need to be better at doing them damn parlays and understand
Hey,
matchups.
hey,
That
you
be
gotta
the issue.
realize, Dolores, you gotta realize, Asia Wilson, 25 points over, Angel Reese, double double, that's good money right there.
Because she is a generational player and Asia can score, whether it's at the free throw line or on the court. Y'all be trying to put parlays on people because you think it's easy, and AT is going up against Stewie. Baby, that shoulder ain't gonna shot put the ball but 4 times that game, and it might
I,
go in twice. And if
I
she
don't
don't get
know.
the rest of the points from the free throw
Hey,
line, you should have changed your parlay.
Hey, I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
y'all gotta come
It's been a
next
couple
up.
games this year. Asia been kind of lazy on them rebounds, though,
And
man.
and 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 again, that's you not doing your research. The coach already told you she don't push her for offensive rebounds. So if the other team making all their shots, she not gonna get them, sister.
Oh man, dog, I'm dying. That's hilarious.
Y'all, that's on you. You got to know thyself, know the people that you're working with. And you just told me two players that are to the best. If you're really good at these parlays, you got to do the people like Alicia against Washington or like Jordan. Like you got to do people that understand matchups. If you keep
Oh,
doing the best players, they're gonna fuck you up every time.
I'm about to take Alicia with the under now that Ryan Howard back.
Okay, well you do that, and then I'm gonna tell her to go over. Thank you for
You
telling
gonna
me.
tell her to go over? Why you want
Yes,
to
I
fuck up?
am.
Why you want to
I will
mess with
text
my
her
money?
as we speak.
I thought you wanted brother to get paid.
No, I want you to leave my friends alone and shut the hell up. Okay?
I know them too.
No, don't play with my girl like that. Like she don't ever do that.
Oh, Dolores, you ain't shit.
No, you ain't shit.
He says she gonna be under.
You ain't shit.
That was nasty and rude of you. So now I'm gonna be nasty and rude.
Oh Lord, dude.
Oh,
Hold on,
Weak.
Jonathan. Hey, C. Oh yes.
Hey guys. All right. So when y'all were talking about contracts
Hey.
earlier, y'all had said about like superstars moving around, all that shit. But for some reason, KP kept coming back in my mind because I don't think she has resigned yet. And I know she's from California. Do y'all think she would try to go or like request to go unprotected to try to get to Golden State?
I can see it.
Yes.
She's a two-time champion. She hasn't really been able to be a star of the franchise yet. Like if we're gonna be honest, to be on Vegas, it takes a lot of self-sacrifice for all of them, Chelsea, Jackie, everybody. And I think Kelsey's the one that's most susceptible to being like, bitch, I want to drop 35 on a losing team because I already got two titles.
That's what I was gonna think. That's what I was thinking next. I was like, as much as I love KP, I don't know if she can necessarily like carry a franchise by herself.
A guard is not gonna carry nobody to a title. I'm just
Right.
tell you that right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, another
And this
thing.
week.
I thought the Olympic Committee said that they selected the best players for the Olympic team.
They selected the best fit for the Olympic team, not the best players.
Best fit. DT need to get her old ass on somewhere.
Oh, brother, that is so ageist. That's what they told Joe, and look where we are.
Come on,
So you
bro.
saying DT? So you saying DT about to drop out next week?
That was rude, B.
Hey,
Y'all play
hey,
too much.
we need to get some fresh talent up in there. Say like the leader of assists in the WNBA.
That would be
No.
AT.
That would
We
be
don't
Caitlin
need that.
Clark.
If we add anybody, if we don't need that. If we're gonna make any addition, we need somebody who can play defense.
Some
We
Yeah,
don't
goddamn
I was gonna
need
be.
defense.
another guard who cannot defend. Do you not look at the makeup of the team? We don't need nobody else who can score. We need some damn defense. If you're not telling me that you finna go get a lockdown defender, I don't want to hear it. Cause that's what we need. Period. Like I'm not saying CC isn't good. I'm not saying she's not the leader in assists. But what I am saying, what the team is lacking is not passing and shooting, which is her strong points. They're lacking defense.
All right, when the offense look a little stagnant and Liz Thomas on the floor, don't say anything to warning
It's going. The thing is, if you watch the game, boo?
all the
Yeah.
time. I got money on the game.
Okay, so
And that's
listen,
the
hear me out,
motherfucking
Jonathan. Hear me
problem.
out. Hear me
How the
out.
hell you
Listen,
gonna bet on an
listen,
all-star game? Y'all
No,
asses
no, no.
need to
I
go
didn't
see
bet
them
on the All
people.
Star
listen.
game.
You
I did
need
not
to
bet on
go
the
see
All
them
Star game.
people.
I
The,
didn't bet on the All Star game.
international play is not the same as WNBA parlays. That's first and foremost.
But even in that, watching the game, Ka can light that shit up when she need to. Sabrina can light that shit up when she need to. KP can light that shit up when she need to. Jackie can light that shit up when she need to. Hell, DT can light that shit up when she need to. Just like Caitlyn can light that shit up when she need to. And sometimes she goes cold. Just like in that game that you were just talking about. That is what them have in common. They can light that shit up sometimes, and over the overwhelming half of them can't play no goddamn defense. So why would you, as good as Caitlyn, a shooter, as good as a passer, that when we talk about fit, that is not what they need. They do not need another player that can do that. They got that 3 times over. They need somebody who can lock down and defend.
We might
So
as well have
no, the
DJ
passing
Carrington on the
that
team.
Why you
No,
What?
sir. Not
why
no.
why are
No.
you speaking in extremes? Can we like speak in logic?
Yes, like
I mean, he said
golly.
Like
defense.
you jumping from one extreme to the next. Damn
This is
it.
why I don't talk to
He
men.
said
This is why
defense.
I don't talk to men.
DJ Knight's a lockdown defender.
That's an extreme. What else? That's an extreme, Jonathan. You still need somebody who can hoop, who could go get a bucket, and not that DJ can't, but not on that level.
Jordan
Oh,
Canada.
brother, this is why I don't talk to men.
With
No,
one
You
man.
finna
finger.
make my armpits start sweating. I'm done. Like, my goodness.
They, go ahead, Layla.
Oh, well, that's a lot. How are y'all doing tonight?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to, first of all, Rebecca Lobo. Oh, she gonna pay for her sins. Why did she get on that game and say the only thing is will it be unanimous? That bored me, but that's neither here nor there. My question is back to Dallas for Kiera McCowan because I feel like her and the coach is not vibing. Some games she's having a good game, some games she's not. If she was to move somewhere else, where do y'all see her fitting?
I'm gonna say this with nothing but love. The, her and the coach not vibing is not on the coach. And the reason I'll say that is because Dallas is the one franchise that we've seen that actually does like super care about bigs being involved in the game. The McCowan's ability to stay in the game is solely on her. Is she locked in on offense? Is she staying out of foul trouble? Is she rebounding the ball? That's gonna be what every coach that picks her up would want. If she can't can do that consistently in Dallas, she can't do it consistently nowhere. And with most teams in W wanting to pay at a certain speed and pace, until she commits to getting her body in WNBA shape, meaning being able to run up the floor, I can't say nowhere. Now, if in a perfect world, probably like Minnesota or Atlanta, maybe. But yeah, I don't know.
Oh, can I address? So I'm sorry to cut you off. In the comments, they said somebody said Nadia. We always talk to her. She said what they gonna say when they hitting shots. If you listened, I addressed how if they are hitting shots, they will be fine. The issue is the games when they're not hitting shots because their defense is not great, and naturally because it's hoops, sometimes they might not be hitting their shots. So then what? Then what's next? So what I'm saying is their margin of error is slim. We're not comparing them to the WNBA team. We're not comparing them to any other team. We're talking about solely them. Yes, they can light that bitch up, but on the games that they not lighting that bitch up, like the games we just saw, then what? What's your go-to? What's next? So the margin of error is just slim. That was addressed. I just wanted to say
But
that.
isn't
Continue.
isn't part of having conversations about sports to overreact? Like, isn't that the fun part about it? If they prove us wrong, we still win. That'd be the funny thing. What y'all gonna say? We won gold, bitch. Like, because let me go back to the college season. We would get on this app, oh God, Taylor, I'm playing like shit. We just beat the team by 35. And y'all be like, oh, y'all want Camilla to be Aaliyah. Wah, ooh, 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 right? And then y'all would
We
be
did
like,
have some people like y'all be
and
me.
then y'all would be like, but y'all are fans. Well, that's what makes us us, is that we can be critical while still understanding that because two things can be true. They can win a gold medal. They could possibly not lose the game. They could win every game by 30. But as people that are smart and know basketball, we know that the talent around them and against them isn't no damn scrubs. And even if the talent around and against them were scrubs, good teams lose all the damn time. There was a day recently in the WNBA where just about every top team lost to a team at the bottom of the standings. Anybody and everybody can be beat. So if they make the shots, they win the game. If they don't make the shots and we know that the defense is an issue, what happens then? That's what we're overreacting about. Hope that
Okay, so
helps.
one more question. I know a lot of people want me kicked out of the chat, but
No, it's good. We like it.
okay, okay, but no. So because Brittany Griner is lazy, and we've all said that. Do you think Aaliyah Boston should have made the team above her? Then I
No.
do.
The answer is no.
I do.
The answer is no.
Um, no, just at like based on when the team was decided on, Aaliyah wasn't playing well around the time that the roster was announced. And then also over the summer when they went to Belgium, she didn't really have a great showing either. So like just all that summed up, it wouldn't have made sense for her to be on the roster. I probably would have put Bree Jones on the roster before I put her on. Now, the next Olympics, I do expect her to be on it, but just, yeah, no, not this
Now I
year.
can understand the Breonna Jones, but I don't know. It's just watching Brittany Griner. She's just so goddamn lazy. Like you 6'9", how are you not dominant?
In the last
Now,
Olympics, she turned up and remember who she was. She's just so big, and we gonna keep it a buck. Like I said with Camilla, being tall in women's hoops is a skill. You can't teach that. That girl is big as hell. You know what I mean? Like it's a difference between a Brittany Griner and a Leah Boston, a Brittany Griner and a Bree Jones. She is lazy, but when you got that tall in women's hoops, it carry weight. It just is what it is. It carries weight.
Y'all gonna think I'm blasphemous for saying that, but hell, Charlie Collier was tall.
Now you're trolling.
But she was
Go.
you just this is why I don't talk to
Well, with
men.
that
Oh my
being
God.
said,
Hey, I gave
You
y'all a
making my
warning.
ears
I
bleed.
gave you a
Oh,
warning.
brother.
we thank
You
you
making
all
my
for
ears
tuning
bleed.
in tonight. I
You
think
acting
they
like that
kick off
man that's
to
in the comments, talking about we hating. But keep it moving. Yes, B.
I think they kick off tomorrow in London. I forgot who they're playing. Yana, who are they playing?
they play Germany at 12 Eastern. I don't know where you can watch it, to be honest, but I do
I
know
think it's
it's
on
12
Fox
Eastern.
Sports, by the way.
Fox Sports. Everybody tune in to the Iowa Hawkeyes network.
Oh my God.
You all will be able to see that game. You might see Ted Lasso courtside. Well, he probably won't be there. There's nobody for him to root for.
That
So,
is so
with that
weird
being
to
said,
me.
he is.
I
As
love I
always,
love that Angel looked at him like, don't play with me. I love that.
thank y'all
Got
for
it.
listening. Thank us for speaking. And you have a great one. Go America.